to another Chart Nerd TA update. I'm going to be diving into Vechain today and doing some TA on Vechain. So we're looking here on the daily time frame, okay, and you can see that down at this sort of level, Vechain is looking to sort of form some sort of structural bottom. Okay, so at this point here, okay, back here in, I think this was in May. Okay, so before we put in our June lows, you can see that Vechain coiled up basically on the daily time frame within a horizontal triangle or some sort of bear flag. Okay, it lost support, okay, and it came down, and basically Vechain moves quite impulsively. Okay, so it came down to support. Now this is our current level of support that we want to see Vechain hold. Okay, if you start to see Vechain close below 0.02008, okay, it's going to be very negative. Okay, so if you start to roll here and do something like this, come down and lose this low, okay, and sweep that low, you are looking at further downside targets because you're losing key areas of support. Okay, so that's an area we want to see Vechain hold. Okay, 0.02008, okay, which is these local lows here in June. Okay, so we came down from that. Okay, now at this point, you see we came down. Okay, we started to form higher lows here. Okay, and we basically had a technical target breakout pattern once we broke this level of resistance. Okay, so this was previous resistance for us. Okay, that we was looking to turn to support, but we failed to do so. Okay, so I'll get onto that further in a second. But this resistance line is still at play here. So yeah, we had this resistance line. Okay, you can see that we coiled up in some sort of ascending triangle here. Okay, and we broke out. So the breakout target was from there. Sorry, forgive me. From there to there, and you can see that basically. Sorry, let me get that bang on. It was from there to there. Okay, and you can see that the breakout target, the technical target of this ascending triangle target has been met. Okay, we met this technical target. Okay, so this and basically within doing so, what you've done is run back up into previous resistance equally. Okay, so what we've done is ran back into the previous resistance that we had in May here during this horizontal triangle. Okay, so we formed this bearish pattern, and then we came up in a bullish pattern, broke out, and we ran back into resistance. Okay, this is all previous resistance. So this is the key level that we need to see a Vechain break. Okay, so if we start to see Vechain do something like this, you're coiling down here, I'll get into this in a sec, break out, break above these resistance. If you start to see Vechain come back up here and re-attack this level and break through it, okay, I would be looking at a long opportunity on Vechain, but I'm going to get into that in a second anyway. So right now, 0.033 is very strong resistance, okay, because since May, we've come up to this point multiple times and been rejected off it, okay. But just to go back to where I was in regards to these patterns here. Okay, so as I said, we came up, we met our technical target breakout of this ascending triangle, and right now we was looking to come back and hold support back on previous resistance. Okay, so what we wanted to see happen here for Vechain is this resistance, previous resistance. Okay, we broke out, we wanted to come back and see it held as support for continuation to re-attack these highs. Okay, but that didn't happen. We actually lost support here, we turned it to resistance, and ever since then we've been in this falling channel. Okay, you can see we're in this falling channel. So this is what I wanted to talk about right now with you guys. Okay, the current play that's in play. So I've given you the breakdown from the June lows. Okay, what happened? We had the horizontal, lost support, we formed a bullish ascending triangle, broke out, met the technical target, and now we're retracing back down to these lows. So it's all about holding these lows here, okay, because we could potentially see Vechain retest these lows very, very soon. Okay, very, very soon, unless we get the breakout of this. Okay, so right now, as I said, you're in this falling channel. Okay, on the daily time frame, you're in this falling channel. Right now, we could potentially be coming down to retest these lows. Okay, and that would be if we fail to keep this ascending level of support here. Okay, so if we do see Vechain lose this level here on the daily, okay, you've got this ascending level of support inside this channel. Okay, so you're in this channel. Okay, and right now you're holding this support within this channel. Okay, so if you start to see Vechain come up here, squeeze into a corner and break out and hold this as support, you're looking to go long. Okay, and the long targets for me right now, if we get a Fibonacci on, we're going to go from this low, okay, which is our current low, back up to this high, okay, at 0.026. If you start to see Vechain, you know, coming up here like this, doing something like this, breaking out, coming back for support and pushing and breaking past 0.026, you're in technical targets for me to a minimum of the 1272 at 0.028, with further extension and possibility of reaching 0.03. Okay, so it's all about holding this ascending level of support within this falling wedge or falling channel. however you'd like to call it. Okay, so right now, if you do see, as I said, Vechain come up here, start to squeeze out and break out, do look to retest previous levels of resistance at first at a minimum. Okay, and you will be coming back up basically to retest them once more as resistance. Okay, so it's all about holding support here. This ascending trend line right here, I can't give you an exact price, but this ascend line is continuously moving up and up and up and up and up and up. Okay, but you need to get this trend line in, because if we do start to lose this trend line and turn it to resistance, I do believe you're looking to come down and potentially retest this local low. Okay, and if you do lose that, then for me, you're coming back down to test the previous lows that we had in June. Okay, so it's all about this channel right now. Okay, it's a game of support, okay, and resistance. So right now we've had 1, 2, potentially 3 points of contact of resistance and 1, 2, 3 points of support. You normally get 3 points of contact on each trend line before a breakaway gives. Okay, so right now if we do start to hold this, okay, and this is where we're going to get the break, things are looking still quite juicy. Okay, it's all about not losing these lows. As I've said, okay, if you start to come up here and roll over like this, I think you are going to come back and lose this low here, okay, at 0.021. I do think you're going to come back down and retest these lows that you put in June, okay, because you can see with Vechain what happens, okay, you move up quite impulsively, but you also come down quite impulsively as well, okay, it likes to pump up quick and come down quite quick, okay, they are very, very steep retracements, okay, but nonetheless, you're still holding these lows here until these lows are lost, okay, and you start to see Vechain do something like this, okay, and come down and turn that into resistance. You've got nothing to worry about for the time being, okay. This could just be accumulating, forming structural lows, but for me, again, just to confirm, guys, to get any sort of continuation to the upside, and if we do break out of this channel, okay, that we're under as resistance right now, if we do start to come up here and break above it, this is our next resistance point for me, okay, and this is a very key area for Vechain to break, 0.0267, okay, and if we did start to turn that resistance into support, for me, then you're looking to come up and retest the local highs here, okay, which is even more key resistance down the line for Vechain. But I mean, looking at this on a larger scale here, if we look from these lows, okay, I'm going to go from, if you look from these lows, technically speaking, Vechain is still in an ascending level of support. Okay, so you've got these lows here in June, these wicks, okay, and then now you've got these closes here on the daily time frame. You're still ascending in some sort of slight uptrend curve to the upside, okay? You're still holding an ascending level of support, which for me, it just seems like potentially we are looking to get some sort of bounce or relief here, okay? Some sort of relief, retesting, as I said, these local areas of resistance. So we have got a lot of resistance above us. If we go from this low here that we're currently holding back up to where we're falling from, the 0.33 area, which is our key resistance, you can see that right here is where we need to break above. You need to see the 0.50 broken at 0.027. So if you come down like this now, start to coil up here, ascending triangle, okay, start to break out. You've got a technical target of that ascending triangle, okay, from there to there, which will put you basically up to that 0.50 at 0.027, okay. So do look for that long opportunity, because that could be a good long from current price. If we do break out of that 236 resistance, you could be looking at a 16% long up, okay, back up to this resistance point, which I think is a potential play here, because we are coiling up in some sort of higher level support, horizontal resistance, looking to break out, okay, and this would be my minimum short-term target, 0.027, okay, and you can see you'll be running into the 0.50, of which at that point, I don't think it would be too bad if we did do something like this and come up here. I don't think it'd be too bad to come back down and turn this previous ascending horizontal support of this ascending triangle this horizontal resistance that we're under right here, breaking out and turning that back into support to get continuation. Okay, so I wouldn't mind something like that. Us actually breaking out of this ascending triangle, meeting the technical target, pulling back to the previous resistance of the ascending triangle, and then looking for a breakout. And again, you still will have this ascending level of support on your hands here for Vechain. Okay, so it's all a big potential play here. It's all lots of potential plays. But okay, so break this resistance line, go long, because you can see, look, it's resistance, resistance, resistance. Break it. You're looking to come up minimum to where you started forming this falling channel. Okay, which is here, the 0.027 mark, guys. there's multiple things that are pointing to that. You've got the 0.50, which is the golden ratio. You've got this falling wedge here that you're coming up and holding, ascending level of support right now inside a mini ascending triangle. I think at a minimum we are looking to retrace to 0.02701. Okay, I think that is where we're trying to get to. All we need to see is a confirmational break of this level of resistance. Okay, if you start to come up and do something like this and start to tackle above this 236, okay, and hold that, I do think you're looking for that long opportunity up to that 0.027, okay, where resistance is going to be met, and potentially at that point you come back down and you start to form a higher low, okay, and you form some sort of large ascending triangle on the daily time frame here, looking for a larger breakout. Okay, but I'll cover that in the future videos. If we're looking at more downside, okay, and we do fail to break out of this resistance right here, okay, so if we do fail to break out of it, I do think that at a minimum you're going to be looking to come down to the 1618, okay, at a minimum. So if we did something like this, come up here, got rejected, started to lose this one fib at 21, okay, and hit your head on that, I do think you're looking at minimum these targets down here in the near short term, of which you will be actually tackling out this low or retracing to it at a minimum. Okay, guys, so that's a quick update today for you on Vechain. I hope you enjoyed today's content. If you did, please do like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Until next time from Chart Nerd TA, peace out.